Hello, this is Kal Kat, the Kal Katster, and this is a review of Tomb Raider, the remake. It's a short review because I haven't got a lot to say about it, really. Angry Joe Rants already did a thing on it, so I pretty much nailed all the points. I don't know if Stone Gremlins has yet done one this evening. Yeah, so Alicia Vikander plays Tomb Raider, replacing Angelina Jolie. I don't think I've ever done any reviews of the other ones. I'm not going to go back and do them. There's no point in that. They were all kind of silly. So, video game movies like Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, Pixels, things like that are usually kind of a mess. Mario Brothers, the movie, that kind of thing. They usually don't quite know what they're doing with video game movies. And there is a live-action Sonic the Hedgehog coming out. Oh no! Yes. Oh yes, there's Rampage is coming out before that though. So the Rampage movie is coming out. I'm not as familiar with that video game, so I won't know what they messed up. Anyway, so Tomb Raider does it suck? Well, it's just okay. I kind of agree with the critics. It's okay. It has problems. It has issues here and there. I think the new Tomb Raider is actually a little more on point with the character from the models in the game. She's a little bit more realistic. Angelina Jolie looked kind of fake. Kind of, she had the big cozy lips and all that, and she was, the funniest thing I remember about the Tomb Raider films was, the original ones, was that there was a film critic years ago at our local newspaper, the Mercury News, way back in the day. Lovell, I think that was his name. Was doing this review where he was spoofing the shower scene that happened in the second Tomb Raider movie. It's going on about, oh, the water cascading on her back, and all this is incredible, and it turned out that it was a guy. It was the dude with the long hair in the movie that was doing that. So I think he was probably being spoofy, but the way he wrote it, it made it sound like he was getting off on the dude with long hair, and was just, which is fine. I mean, it was, I don't know, 15 years ago or so, or whenever that came out. That movie came out maybe longer than 15 years ago. But yeah, he got some flack for that because he was not looking at the Tomb Raider girl, Lara Croft. He was looking at something else. There's no scene like that in this one, so it doesn't matter. So he was a little confused, let's say, about what he was seeing. Or he knew and he just didn't care. Probably a little bit of both. Anyway, so on to Tomb Raider 2, or 3, I guess this would be. It's a reboot, soft reboot. It does seem to be based on the later games. It's not on the current ones. It has, the basic plot. I won't give away everything because, non-spoiler review. She goes on a quest to find her father, who was lost on the mysterious island in the Devil's Sea. And they're going to go to find the Japanese Devil Queen that's been entombed on the island, and because there are poachers on the island, led by the evil Trinity Gang, who are there, and sponsored by the evil gang, and they're on the island, and they are poachers there, and she finds her father, and then other stuff happens. So there's some plot there, but you have to kind of explain that to make the story. It's loosely based on the game, loosely based on the reboot of the game, not on the Angelina Jolie era, but on the newer ones from the mid-2000s or so. And a little bit of BioShock is thrown in there. I'll just say that. I won't give it away, but there's a little bit of BioShock in there. But those games are related. They're similar in tone. The idea of the butt kicking heroine, and it's funny that like the modern Marvel movies and DC movies are doing more of the female hero characters, and I've always done those in my science fiction stuff. But what's ironic there, I always do that. I always make the males and the females equally heroic. Sometimes the females are more heroic than the males in the stories that I put together. But anyway, Marvel and DC, which I have not written for, they have started to do that. But but video game movies have been doing that for a while. So yeah, Hollywood's catching up to the video game movies doing that. I mean, those Resident Evil movies have been around for what, 11 years, 12 years or something. They're already doing. I mean, they're bad movies, but at least they're entertaining. This one also too entertaining. It was fine. It was a lot of thrills and things. Don't go into it, even though it's more serious than the other ones. Don't go into it expecting it to make sense in places where she dodges machine gun bullets and shoots at bad guys with an arrow and somehow isn't just immediately shot by the bad guys, because they totally would in real life. It's like, I have an arrow pointed at you. It's like, oh yeah, well I have a gun. Bang. That'll be the end of that. But yeah, okay, let's. Yeah. And she, yeah. There's stuff like that, but it's not a bad movie. It really isn't. It's okay. It's fine. It's something to watch in the background on video later on. Probably want to see it in theaters because it's kind of got action and stuff. Saw it at the IMAX screen and yeah, I got nothing really else to say about it. It's St. Patty's Day, and I'm not wearing green. I should pinch myself. But yes, but yeah, no, but so yeah, that's my review of the movie. The trailers included some rather not exciting movies. But there was this odd one that did catch my attention. I don't know what the name of it is. Oh yeah, Break-In. I do remember the name of it. In this movie, it's The Cell crossed with that movie from like about a year and a half ago, where that guy was held up in his house and it gets invaded, like a home invasion movie. It's one of those kind of plots. And the bad guy basically kicks their ass, tortures them, and kicks the bad guys. Well, it's kind of the same idea here. The black lady, it's a black lady in this one. Her kids get locked in the house. She gets locked outside, but the house is like a fortress. And she knows all the booby traps because it's her dad's house. So she going to use the booby traps to stop the bad guys. It's like, okay, so it's Home Alone meets, yeah, Get Out and whatever, The Cell and a number of other movies. So that should be fun. I don't know if it's called Get Out. I've got that wrong. Yeah, I know I got that wrong. It's called something else. Strangers or something. Something like that. But yeah, there was some other horror movie that was really, really not interesting. But, so, yeah, it wasn't Get Out. No, that was the one about the cult living in the, in that town, and the cult people they've kicked out all of the black people, and then the black guy shows up, and yeah, that was a different movie, a much different movie. Yeah, that would only work if they were in a house together and like others. Yeah, there was a home invasion with the white people in it. And that's not what happens. No, but yeah, so yeah, there was a preview. It was weird. Anyway, no one in the theater said anything amusing. The guy next to me fell asleep. He didn't wake up until the movie was over. So he was fairly asleep. So yeah, he didn't enjoy it, I guess. Oh shit. Oh man. And this was during the day. This was like the 10 during the day show. I've been to a lot of movies this past week, so I don't really need to review a bunch of them. But I decided to go today anyway. This channel doesn't make any money for ad revenue from doing movie reviews, of course, and can't actually, because we keep getting flagged, which is why you don't actually see any shots from the movie in the reviews. They will immediately, even a trailer, they will go oh, flagged. Yeah. But considering the big studios were having that problem too, and the YouTubers, okay, yeah, well, we hit the big leagues, yeah. So, anyway, that's why I can't show the Infinity War trailer that I just watched, because, yeah, they'll flag that too. But it looks cool, so, yeah. I don't want to see any more Infinity War trailers until the movie comes out, because it'll give too much away. Yeah, so, Anyway, yeah, and the Solo trailer played in the movie theater. That was one thing. He just looks a little short to be Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford's like 6 foot. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I guess as long as he does a good job. I mean, even Daniel Day-Lewis played Lincoln, and he's like a head shorter than Lincoln was, or more. So I guess it works. Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, that was my review of the Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider. It's called Tomb Raider. Yeah, Tomb Raider. Anyway, so, yeah. She's supposed to be British in this one, so it's different. Anyway, yeah.